Hi, I'm jewelry designer Wendy Brandes. Welcome to my channel. If you're not already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button right now. In a recent video, I was talking about how a lot of celebrities have come to feel that one of the perks of fame is free stuff from jewelry, clothing, and shoe designers just whenever they want it. I hope I've made it clear that clothes, and in my case jewelry, are not free for the people who actually make them. We have to pay for materials, we have to pay for labor, we have to pay for things you might not expect. For instance, if you're a small designer who loans a gown to a celebrity, you better be paying for a PR person to advertise the fact that you had this relationship, because you're not getting any money. So that's the only reward you get from the relationship, and you're paying for it. You're paying for the dress and you're paying for the publicist. I've also talked about how when it comes to clothing, sample sizes that are used on the runway are extremely restrictive size-wise because they're fitted to one particular model who has an unusual physique who is only going to wear it one time. Samples work a different way in the jewelry industry, so I'm going to explain that, and I'm also going to talk about some interactions with celebrities. If you think custom gowns are expensive, let me introduce you to the world of jewelry where gold costs $1,300 an ounce right now. On the day I'm doing this, it's cost more. It's cost less, but it's cost more for a long time. And so we count on selling our samples generally, unless you're doing a very big run of, silver pieces, then you might not have to sell the sample. But if I'm pouring all this money into a sample, I do expect to sell it. So our sample sizes, and for us sizes mainly apply to rings, though a little bit chain length for necklaces. Our sample sizes for rings are not geared towards the 1%, one person who's going to wear it one time. We're actually going to choose the sizes that are most commonly purchased, which is between finger size 6 and 7. We can do quarter sizes, we can do half sizes, we can do something that falls a little in between. We can often size rings up and down to a certain extent. It does depend on the design, but those are the commonly purchased sizes. And for most women, I find that a size between 6 and 7 at least fits on one finger, at least fits on the pinky, so they can look at it and say, yes, please make it in my size. Even if they can't fully wear a ring on the pinky, they can get it somewhere on their finger, like they can get it down to the first knuckle. So that gives you a chance to feel the ring and look at it and say, yes, please make it for me in my size. One of the reasons I love jewelry and fine jewelry is that it is so customizable. Size is not a problem. I always say if you can even vaguely describe what you're looking for, and definitely if you can pay for it, you can have anything you want. I can accommodate anybody. Now, I will say that a larger size ring than the standard, if you're doing the exact same design, once it gets bigger, it could be more expensive because you are using more of these very expensive materials. Very recently, I had a very heavy gold ring, and if you've seen my jewelry or tried on my jewelry, I use a lot of metal. So I had a very heavy gold ring that was originally size 6 for a woman, and I agreed to make it in size 9 for a man. Some women take a size 9 too. But anyway, I gave him a quote, and this was my fault, based on the original size. It turned out the weight difference in going up 3 sizes in that very heavy ring pretty much wiped out whatever profit I would have had because it was such an extreme difference. But that was my mistake. It's not his mistake. I didn't make him pay for it. But it did teach me a lesson in the future to be more aware of the price differentials in different sizes. Along the same lines, if I've done a ring that's a sample size 6 and you want it in a size 9 and it's covered with tiny little 1mm diamonds, I might find out that I need 40 or 50 more diamonds to recreate the look in your size. And of course, I have to buy the diamonds and then pay the setter. And then of course, I have to pass the costs along to you. There's no way, since I'm not making a large quantity of these styles, there's no way to spread potential extra costs out among the entire range of sizes, because there is not an entire range of sizes. When it comes to my gold and platinum designs, because of the high price, I tend to make only one at a time. Even when I identify a piece as limited edition, all that means is that I will do more of these styles in the future after the ones I have in stock sell, but Unlike other manufacturers and even some other jewelry manufacturers, I haven't made 10 at a time or 50 at a time or 10,000 units of the same style at a time, which, by the way, is a limited edition for certain fast fashion retailers. So if you make 10,000 units of, say, a t-shirt, going back to something that's less expensive, you could accommodate for the fabric, which is going to be inexpensive too, that you have to use in larger sizes by spreading any price differential among these 10,000 units. I don't have that choice. Each ring gets paid for as that particular ring and the costs that go into it, into the materials, as well as my labor, design, and, general genius. So people have asked me, when it comes to the ring sizes, why don't I then make, even if I'm just making one, why don't I mix up the sample sizes? And instead of having them all between 6 and 7, make, 1 a 4, 1 a 9, 1 an 8, 1 a 6 and a quarter, why not do that? Now, if you saw my other video about apparel, you'll see that I said that not every store wants to buy every style of every runway look shown. And it's the same thing with jewelry. I could make my favorite, best design in a ring in a size 9, but then I have to hope that size 9 lady comes along and is willing to not only wear it, but pay for it, because that's it. I do have to sell my sample, and that's not a common size. I do it. I've done it plenty of times, but it's not the most common size. So, 6 and 7, you can at least get it on your finger, and then we can work from there. So if you're in the entertainment industry, or famous in some way, or famous in your own mind, or a friend of mine or a relative, and you are looking for a loan, and I'm willing to consider it, for various reasons, which I will get into, it's true. You do have to fit the sample size. You do have to be between a 6 and 7 to just borrow something that I have in stock. On the other hand, if those don't fit you, if you have pierced ears, earrings fit everyone. If, a necklace can be done. Also, maybe I will want to make something custom for you. I'll just need enough time to do it, and I'll need your investment in the piece. That said, I've stopped loaning to just anyone who asks, regardless of whether it's celebrity, their level of fame, or a magazine shoot, because people have just been too disrespectful to the jewelry, and it comes back damaged. And not only, yeah, I can see that you damaged it, but I can often tell the way you damaged it. Like if someone gathered up a bunch of jewelry together in their fist to move it from one place to another. I can tell from the kind of damage how you've mishandled it. So for instance, I've decided I'm not sending out jewelry like my Marie Antoinette ring or my Marie Antoinette earrings, matching earrings with the big amethyst in them. Any colored stones that are very big can easily get scratched, and then the whole piece is damaged. There are people I would work with without question, no matter what their crazy scenario was. And it's not just people who are extremely A-list, but it's people that I personally love. So Beyonce, you can call me anytime, Oprah, Rihanna, and CardiB. I'm also going to add Leslie Jones from Saturday Night Live to that list, because I just have a personal love for her, and Missy Elliott, who I just fucking love Missy. Oh, and my right-hand woman, Erin, points out that Tracy Ellis Ross can have anything she wants, and we have to cut it off there. Now we've named 1,000 people, but no, that's it. That's it for our loan list. Now, if you're a celebrity looking for a gift to keep, and there are many people looking for that, the guaranteed way to not get gifted, as they use it as a verb now, gifted, is to ask for a gift. I will not give a gift to anyone who asks for it, because I found out that those people are very indiscriminate. They ask everyone. It's just a matter of course for them. They don't value what they get. Then maybe, they're looking for $3,000, $6,000 piece that they'll maybe post on Instagram once, and then they'll move on to the next brand. These hoes ain't loyal. I do love to do surprise gifts to up-and-coming artists, or artists who are actually legendary in their field but don't necessarily get the public recognition they deserve. So if you think you're one of those people and you're a cool person, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, and chat with me. Don't be asking me for something, because that rules you out. But maybe if I get to know you, I will feel like I like this person so much, I want to give them something. That's how I became good friends with Gangsta Boo, who is legendary in rap, is part of the original 3-6 Mafia. And if you know that genre, then you're like, oh my God. And if you don't know it, you really don't know it. But I was just following her on Twitter and stuff, and I just like liked her attitude, and I liked her music. I liked that she was a woman in rap. So I like slid into her DMs and said, can I send you some silver jewelry? And then we got to know each other because she insisted on calling this stranger, and she was so nice and wanting to say thank you Lola. She wanted to say thank you and stuff, and I was trying to put that off because I said can I just send you the gift and not have to talk like a shy person on the phone. But anyway, I'm glad we did because we're still friends. And yeah, it was just out of the blue. I just thought she's really cool. She deserves more recognition. And I can't do much, but I can recognize her with some jewelry. I also did a big nameplate necklace, kind of as a surprise for a rapper called High Res. And I had just been seeing him on social media and listening to his music and liking his attitude. So again, I just reached out to him, and he's more of an up-and-comer. And he'll probably hate me for saying this. I mean, he's done all this good music, but he also did this great prank when he went into McDonald's and gave the most elaborate order as a rap. And it's had like millions of views, and I knew him. I knew him before that, so I was super proud when he did that and everything. But just if you want to get a sample of who High Res is, you can easily look up the McDonald's order, and it's hilarious. But anyway, I did a nameplate necklace for him just because I felt like it. So anyway, if you're not on my rather huge list, or my growing list of exceptions, but you come and you're asking me for free things or very particular things, chances are, you could be a friend too. Forget it. Like, you don't have to be a red carpet person, but chances are you're going to get a resounding no, and it's not because I don't like you or don't like how you look or something, but it's because I have done this too many times. I've been too accommodating and too nice, and it's really hurt me from a business perspective. Okay, going back to my long list of exceptions, just put one above everyone, I will definitely say CardiB could come and ask me for anything. She could be like, can I have your borrow your apartment, your pets, and your husband? And I'd be like, here are the keys, see you in a week. But if you're not Cardi and you're not a paying customer and you want to get your hands on some jewelry with kind of no money exchanging hands, and I say no, just think of it as being like in The Godfather. It's not personal, it's strictly business. And that's it for today. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.